No. Do you know how many?
I only saw 2.
And which god's temple is it?
Cassie's temple.
We need to go, now!
Why?
Love clerics are not known for their combat capability.
Where is the temple?
Right, well, it's at the center of town.
The 2 clerics rush toward the temple.
I don't know why I keep setting myself up for failure in life and love.
I do the same things. That's why we're here.
It's alright. Every mortal has shortcomings. Self-love is just as important as romantic love.
It doesn't feel like that.
But if you don't love yourself, you don't respect yourself. When you don't respect yourself, you make choices like becoming part of a bandit crew that raids towns and harms others.
Maybe you're right.
On the mortal plane, several deities have taken an interest in a mortal child, a newborn. Since the deities of Olod often prefer to watch instead of interfering, Pramod, the god of deception, has taken it upon himself to ask the other deities if they would consider the child worthy of being a consecrated. Given that consecrated mortals are mortals that bear the mark and abilities of divine beings that favor them, many deities have trepidation about favoring mortals. As Pramod is wont to do, he takes it upon himself to persuade the other deities into action.
Oh, you 2 are going to love this one. His mother is heiress to this land, and she is the next to lead it, followed by her own children. His father is one of the few clerics who preaches of all of us gods.
So this is why you personally wanted to favor this child? Because of his parents?
Pramod shrugs.
I like rewarding faith and effort.
That does sound like as good a reason as any, to me.
And why might I feel this child to be worthy of me?
Because he can alleviate fears as a leader. He can help others in that way. And being favored by you can make him into a courageous warrior.
That does make him an interesting case. And an interesting mortal.
Pramod approaches the sleeping newborn. He gently touches the child's cheek.
And now he bears my favor.
Priti likewise approaches and touches the child's cheek.
And now mine.
Barbas reaches down and touches the child's cheek.
And now the child is consecrated.
Mikael arrives and surveys the scene. Mikael, in a huff from his heated argument with the nature goddess, chooses to appear among the other deities on the mortal plane. He is unaware of what they are doing, and seeks their company first and foremost.
What are the 3 of you doing?
Priti glances at Mikael.
Pramod told us of this child with quite some potential, and we thought we would see what Pramod was speaking of.
Creating a consecrated.
What brings you to the mortal plane?
Vani being disrespectful towards my domain once again.
Were you crafting more of those automatons?
I was. And I fail to see what that has to do with anything.
Only that we have all heard both of your arguments before, and thus we tend to stay out of it.
Yes, that.
But why is it only my domain that she takes such offense to?
What part of "we stay out of it" did you not understand?
None of us really cross into anybody else's domain so much.
Yes, we try not to do that. But otherwise, we stay out of it.
Fine. Tell me more of this child you've all blessed, then.
His mother will inherit this land, and he from her. And his father preaches the words and followings of all the gods. And I feel a consecrated leader would be interesting to watch. Priti and Barbas agreed.
I see.
Mikael approaches the child and places his hand on the mortal's cheek. Priti pales.
Mikael, sweetie, why did you just do that?
4 of us favoring him now.
All right. Now this child will be incredibly interesting to watch.
He certainly shall be.
If this is true, then it means that a great change is upon us. If magic has returned to the world, then the whelming wave of abilities will make the land a dangerous place.
You really want me to go then?
Of course I do, dear friend.
I don't want to be a burden on your father, or you.
You know that's nonsense. You are like a brother to me, and therefore I could never think of you as a burden.
It may be nice to not have to beg for a meal for once.
We have plenty of supplies. You won't need to beg at all.
Who else will be with us?
Out with us exploring this new area. My sister Emilia have agreed to accompany me.
I see. And you told them all of this, too.
Of course. We've heard from the other sea dwellers that there are new lands appearing out of nowhere. They are both amazed at the thought.
What makes you think these new lands are magical?
Because several have explored these areas. They report strange happenings in the new lands.
Such as what?
Some have reported areas where people float above the dirt. Others tell of it always being daylight there. Some have told stories of creatures that don't exist anywhere else appearing on these new lands. Creatures with fantastic abilities. One can breathe fire and looks like a crocodile. Another creates rainbows when it flaps its wings.
Whoa. That sounds amazing, Nikki.
Don't you want to see these things for yourself?
Of course I do! It all sounds so wonderful!
Then let's go, dear brother!
Yes! Let's!